3 RBIs. Catching today after starting game 1, he'll take strike 1. On deck is Ashton Gurney, and then Zach Burdett is in the hole before we move back up to the top of the order. Curveball in there for strike 2, 0-2 the count. Goat settling down a little bit after giving up a couple of barrels there in the first inning to the Wasps. The 0-2 just misses outside, moves the count to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch out of the windup goes back to the off speed. It's fouled off, and we'll reset at 1-2. It's the inaugural season for us here on 94.5 The Peak to call lacrosse. Have called 2 broadcasts so far. The lacrosse team 3-1 on the season. Gage Sheesh is going to have his turn at a barrel. He's going to rope this one down the left sideline, or the left field line. Gage is going to roll in with another double, his second double of the day, his third hit of the tournament. And Wasatch continues the barrels with another leadoff extra base hit.
Yeah, Gage has been locked in this tournament, Tyler. Now 3 for 4 in his at-bats. He's been excellent. Two doubles, 1 single, and big-time clutch hits in the first game in the 6th inning that tied it up and gave Wasatch a chance to win it in extra innings.
It's going to bring up Jacob Bradshaw is going to come in as the speed-up runner for Gage, who's catching today. Ashton Gurney with his first at-bat of the tournament, hitting .250 on the year. Does have 1 extra base hit and 5 RBIs. Ball 1 on the off-speed pitch just outside. Wind is blowing out to left field here on this evening game. Goats, couple of looks, steps off the back of the mound, and we'll reset with a 1-0 count. Lacrosse again tied 3-1 on the year, including a victory over East High, who beat them last year. It's a little revenge game. We're able to get the 8-6 victory. The 1-0, this one swung on, rope down the right field line, but goes foul, and we'll reset at 1-1.
Ty, I just want to sit back and enjoy this one. I feel like we're going to have a slugfest back and forth. These teams are going to keep coming at each other, and it's fun baseball when guys get in the box and are aggressively competing against each other. Both these pitchers are pretty solid, Tyler, and the offense is just coming at each other.
Goats, high lay kick, delivers another nice curveball, but it's too far outside. Moves the count to 2-1.
Back to your thoughts, though, on lacrosse, Ty. Yeah, it's been a good start to the season for those boys, going to 3-1. Off to a really good start. Seem to be playing very well as far as their chemistry is concerned. And the spring is off to a good start for Wasatch Sports.
The 2-1 pitch here to Gurney. Slide step this time. Gurney right on the fastball, but misses. It'll go back to the backstop. And we'll reset at 2-2. Nobody out. Runner on second. Wasatch 2, Snow Canyon 2 here in the top of the first. Gurney playing second base today, a junior for the Wasps, wearing number 19. Goats gets the pitch, comes set. Decent lead for Bradshaw. Now gets off. Fastball outside corner, just misses, and that fills up the count at 3-2. Your leading point scorers for the lacrosse team this year: Ethan Erker, a junior, Owen Moore, and Cole Lent, all with plus 10 points. Combination of goals and assists. The full count pitch, that one's too high, and Wasatch has 2 base runners on. First walk of the game for either team puts Gurney on first, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Zach Burdett, his first at bat of the tournament, .250 batting average and 1 RBI for the junior right fielder. Did speed up run there in the first game. Second baseman's going to come and chat. Second baseman today for Snow Canyon is Lyon. Comes in, has a little bit of a chat with Goats, trying to calm him down, and now we're back at it with Burdett in the box with Crew Erickson on deck. Good lead for Gurney. Back pick, and Bradshaw's going to get picked off. Is the back move, he lifted his leg and went back to second base. And that's the second time this year Bradshaw gets picked off, and there's now 1 away with the runner on first.
Well, you're right, Ty. It's not been a good percentage there for Bradshaw. Came in to run only a couple times, Tyler. He's been picked off 2 out of the 3 times he's been running for Wasatch.
Ty, that's good recognition from the second baseman. He was not coming in to calm down his pitcher. He was coming in because he had seen that Bradshaw was getting a really aggressive secondary whenever the leg was lifted, and they went with the back pick there and was able to get it out. First pitch, the at-bat for Burdett's in there for strike 1. Really kills the momentum, Ty. You have an opportunity to lay down a bunt there with guys on first and second, move them to second and third with the top of the order coming up. Now we'll see how aggressive Wasatch gets with the number 9 hitter. Gurney, decent speed over at first base. On base due to a walk. 0-1 pitch. That one's too low. No, they like it. Strike two. 0-2 now the count.
Yeah, Ty, it certainly feels like what you just described, momentum killer when you get picked off of bases. It can turn the tide against you, and that's how it feels right now. Wasatch was on the verge of maybe breaking this thing back open. Now Snow Canyon seems to have the momentum. Wind picking up a lot. If you look out to center field, see those flags blowing out, could have some balls jumping out of the yard today.
Goetz barely misses on the 0-2. Brings the count to 1-2. Goes with the curveball. Burdette goes for it, fouls it off, and we'll reset still at 1-2. Wasatch seems to be able to see the curveball from Goetz early on in this ball game. A couple of hits off of the curveball and some foul balls off of it as well. The 1-2 count. He goes back with the fastball, and he gets it by him. Second K of the day for Goetz. And now 2 away with the runner on first. We'll go back to the top of the order. Crew Erickson, who tripled off the left center field wall in his first at bat. Dragonshaw on deck. Still has the mud from the play of the day that we had in game one, a game-saving catch off the wall. Gurney is going to go on the straight still, and that is not going to happen as Gurney gets thrown out at second base, and we'll reset. Wasatch scores no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody's left on base. It's 2-2 as we go into the bottom of the second.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City. Stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Bank Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Bank Flooring and Paint.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the second brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries, for the past 40 years. Leading it off for the Snow Canyon Warriors will be number 27, the right fielder, Swensen. .524 batting average for the number 7 hitter. No extra base hits on the year, but does have 9 RBIs. Called strike one on the inside corner. Back at it with the off-speed pitch. That one too far inside. Moves the count to 1-1. That's a pretty good pitch, Ty. Back-to-back inside pitches. Yes. Lands the fastball and then just inside on the curveball.
That's what makes him effective, is that he's locating with precision inside it. And that pitch, Ty, he got the inside pitch on the one before, and so he was going in a little farther to see how far the umpire would give it to him. Very productive pitcher here on the mound in the early part of the season for Wasatch.
Misses outside on that one, so that moves the count to 2-1. That one's high for 3-1. Only had the one walk in game one against Pineview a couple of weeks ago. Gage Sheesh wants to come out and talk to him. This pause in the action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Stop on in to Mirror Lake Station.
2-2 the score here. 4 hits for Wasatch, 1 hit for Snow Canyon. They took advantage of 2 errors in the first inning to get their runs on the board.
Comes back and is able to land that one, so that'll fill up the count at 3-2. Infield today for the Wasps, Chett Wilson, Carter McCott, Ashton Gurney, and Cole Zimmerman as you go around the diamond. The payoff pitch, gets it inside. Ooh, Gage liked it. The umpire didn't, and that's our first walk of the game for the Wasps.
Well, we'll see how Max can adjust. Last week when he was on the mound against Pineview, I would say it was a pretty generous zone from the umpire. Was giving him the outside part of the plate especially. This looks to be a little bit more of a tight zone. How does he adjust? How does he get out? when he has to make some adjustments from where he wants to go with his pitch sequence.
Will be the second baseman, Lyon, 0 for 3 coming into this tournament. Runner goes on the first pitch. Gage picks it up, throws it down the second, not in time, and this is going to get by both the second baseman and the shortstop. Tragan Shaw is going to try to throw it out at third, but the runner goes from first to third on the stolen base and the pass ball into the outfield, and Snow Canyon has leadoff guy on and on third base. Ball one was the pitch as well. Lyon will step in on the right-hand side. Walker's going to go back to the windup with the runner on third base. 8-9-1 due up for the Warriors. 1-0 pitch swung on, and it's elevated foul for strike one.
Well, at this point, if you're Wasatch, you want to look to minimize the inning, Ty, and you're going to see that defensively. Coaches have the middle infield back still. Corners are in near the bag. So how you'll play that is a hot shot at the corners. They'll, of course, take a look at the runner on third base, try to hold him there. But up the middle, you're going one the entire way. You're not going to worry about that run coming in to score, and see if you can't minimize this inning to just one run.
2-1, pitch is elevated. Lyon knew it, swings at it anyway, and fouls it off. So that's going to move the count to 2-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Wasatch 2, Snow Canyon 2. Back in the box is Lyon. Walker gets the pitch from Sheesh. Delivers the 2-2. Fastball. It's going to be a shot at the pitcher. Good play from Walker, and he's going to have to throw it quickly over to first base. Does get the out and holds the runner at third.
That nearly gave me a heart attack over here, Tyler, watching when he looked twice over at the runner at third base. After bobbling the ball that came back at him, that runner was getting down the line in a hurry, but he knew what he was doing. He was poised over there the whole way, and no harm, no foul as he gets the out and holds that runner there on third base.
He's going to bring up first baseman Loveland, 318 on the year, 1 extra base hit and 6 RBIs coming into the tournament. And he'll take a ball on the outside part of the plate, or outside of the zone. Walker back into the windup, the 1-0. This one is waved at on a check swing. 1-1 now the count. Leadoff batter is on deck. Smith, he began the game with an error, reached on an error, and then was able to score. This one low. Gage does a good job of smothering it. Moves the count to 2-1.
Wasatch still playing deep up the middle. Even Chett at third's a little bit deep. Takes a couple steps in on this pitch here.
Moves the count to 3-1.
Erickson really deep out there in left field, Tyler, for the 9-hitter being up.
Curveball is in there for a strike, even though Gage can't squeeze it. Umpire likes it. That's going to fill the count at 3-2. Not doesn't get far enough away for third base, or the runner on third base to come in. So still a runner on third base, full count, 1 out, 2-2 the score. Tries to go low, and that one's too low again. So the second walk of the inning is going to bring us to the leadoff batter, Smith. 462 on the year with 3 bombs.
Number 16.
Well, situation, leadoff hitter's going to have a little more speed coming out of the right side of the box, though, so you probably can get a double play up the middle on a sharply hit ground ball, but you're going to have to be quick with it. That double play would, of course, keep a run from scoring here on third base.
Snow Canyon has ran early and often in this ballgame already, a couple of stolen bases. This one is in there for, too low, ball 1.
Ty Wasatch was excellent in game 1 with double plays. 3 double plays in that one. Couple tailor-made 6-4 threes.
Big jump from the first baseman, or from the runner on first base. So an easy stolen base moves the runner over. So second and third, 1-1 the count. Wasatch is going to leave the infield back, trying to get out of this one. Couple of blocks, couple of stolen bases where we're at. This one's going to be elevated to deep left center field. Tragan Shaw is not going to get to this one. A 3-run bomb for Smith, his 4th home run on the year, and Snow Canyon, just like that, takes the 5-2 lead.
Well, these balls are jumping out a lot easier than game 1, Tyler. That wind must really be gusting up there when the ball gets elevated. That ball was cleared easily over the center field fence. 5-2 our score on only 2 hits.
2 errors, a couple of walks, and those freebies, 4 freebies already on the day, have resulted in 4 runs. And then the home run is where we stand. 1 away still here in the bottom of the second, 5-2 the score. It's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Seacrest. He doubled to right field, right down the right field line, his last at bat. They're giving him that right field line again. Nice pitches in there for strike 1. Walker proves that he can come back from adversity. He does there with that pitch. Now gets a nice ground ball. Chett Wilson fields it in the hole, throws it across the diamond in time. Nice play by the senior third baseman. Wasatch has 2 away here in the bottom of the second.
That's a great play from Chett because that's the only chance you have on that ball. That high hopper in the 5-6 hole. If Chett misses, Carter's going to get in front of it and stop it, but he's not going to have a chance to make the throw as that play will be developing too long at that point. Chett doing a good job to sell out and use every inch that he could of that glove to stretch out and bring that one in and keep the runner off the base.
He's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Harrison. Left fielder, had a sacrifice RBI fly to right field in his first at bat. He'll take ball 1. That one's in there, swung on and fouled back towards the school. Moves the count to 1-1. Wasatch out hitting Snow Canyon so far in the game. 4 hits for Wasatch, only 2 for the Warriors, but the score currently sits at 5-2. Fastball outside, moves the count to 2-1.
Game 2 of a 4-game weekend here for Wasatch. Tomorrow they're going to take on Cedar Valley and then end it with Salem Hills. Started out with Woods Cross this morning. Got a win in extra innings, 4-3 over the Wildcats.
Tries to go off speed again. That one slips out of his hand. 3-1 now to count to the number 3 hitter. Hitting from the left-hand side. Walker back into the windup. The 3-1 pitch. And that one's too far outside. 3rd walk of the inning for Walker. Brings up the number 4 hitter, Lindsey, center fielder. Reached on an error in the first inning. Has 4 home runs on the year. Hitting over 500. Hitting from the right-hand side. Walker working out of the stretch now. Snow Canyon's been able to steal bases at ease so far in this ball game. 4 stolen bases for the Warriors. Walker comes set, delivers, runner does not go, and that one's going to be too far low and outside for ball 1.
Well, he's struggling to find the zone right now, Tyler. To be a little bit off of his rhythm.
Hasn't missed badly, but just hasn't been good enough for the umpire. Pickoff move not in time.
Maxon underclassman here, Tyler, a junior for Wasatch this year.
Delivers. It's going to be a curveball. It's going to be elevated towards our way. I think this is going to stay in bounds, but Chett Wilson is not going to be able to come up with the play, and that's going to be move the count to 1-1.
He really wasn't close to that ball, Tyler. That ball looked like it was going to go out of the fence here, and the wind's blowing in hard from behind and pushing it back out, and Wilson misjudged that badly as that ball went over his head by about 10 feet.
1-1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch, that one's another off-speed pitch. Gets it by him for strike 2. 1-2 now to count with 2 outs. Might see some action, well, from the base runner over at first base here with the pitcher's count. 1-2 the count. Walker takes a look, comes set. Delivers the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game. Again, brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. But the damage is done. 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 runner is left on base. It's 5-2 as we move into the top of the 3rd.
Hi, my name is Jeff Jones with the Wasatch County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Investigations Unit as a school resource officer and detective. Having a strong bond makes it easier to talk to your kids about the hard things like underage drinking and drug use. Here's some tips for creating strong family bonds. Having fun together, spend 15 minutes of one-on-one time each day, eat meals together 5 to 7 times a week. Brought to you by the Caring Community Coalition and Wasatch Behavioral Health.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah, where we provide financial services to businesses and individuals in our community, and we are proud to support Wasatch High School. As one of the nation's top performing banks, we've been delivering exceptional value for over 70 years. So whether you're looking to grow a business or raise a family, we can help you every step of the way, because your Utah is our Utah. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience the hands-on customer service that only comes from a hometown bank. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the third action brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health, founded in 1967 to provide quality mental health care for all individuals within Utah and Wasatch counties, offering a wide array of programs and services for children, teens, and adults. 0-2 count as Crew Erickson will take the first two pitches of his at-bat. Tripled off the left field wall in his first. The 0-2 pitch swung on. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second base knock of the day for Crew Erickson is a single up the middle, and Wasatch has the leadoff guy on for the third straight inning.
That doesn't surprise you, does it? These teams are just going to keep coming back at each other. That's a nice, simple approach from Crew there, Tyler, and I like how disciplined he was there with two strikes. Didn't try to do too much after putting the first one off the very top of the center field wall. That time he just stayed disciplined, took what the pitcher was giving him as a nice little single and got things going for Wasatch.
Wind is shifted. He's now blowing straight out to center field. Pickoff move not in time. Much better lead here from Crew Erickson. Was thrown out, in the bottom of the seventh inning, trying to steal second base. Tragan Shaw up. Shaw grounded out to the shortstop, but did generate a run for the Wasps. Curveball is going to be swung on by Tragan. It's going to be elevated to center field with the wind. It's not going to be enough, although that wind is really causing some fits out in the field, as that center fielder did not look comfortable. But it will be the first out of the game, first out of the third inning for the Wasps.
Number 2, Alex Gutierrez.
You know, Tragan sometimes doesn't get his money's worth with pitches, does he? 2 pitches in this game and 2 outs. He's always on the barrel here, but he's aggressive early on getting in the box.
Alex Gutierrez is going to get a curveball. He's going to elevate this one to left field. It gets caught in the sun, and that will be a single for Alex. He bounces back from a leadoff strikeout in his first at-bat. Singles there. Wasatch now with 6 hits on the day and runners on first and second for Chett Wilson, who had a solo home run to the opposite field in his first at-bat.
Well, let's see if Chett can find the barrel again here, Tyler.
Cole Zimmerman on deck, also singled in his first at-bat. Alex at first, Crew at second base. Goats comes set, high leg kick, delivers, fastball, too high for ball 1.
Chett has committed to play at Salt Lake Community College next year. He's going to be playing infield there for the Bruins, joining teammate Jack Bluth, who's the starting second baseman. Salt Lake Community College right now.
Yeah, our third inning does bring you an update on our Wasp on campus. Jack Bluth, starting second baseman and hitting leadoff for the Bruins. On the year, 163 batting average, but has reached base 353, an on-base percentage of 353. 5 stolen bases and 5 RBIs for the freshman second baseman. 1-1 the count, that one in there for strike 1. 1 out, runners on first and second. Wasatch trails 5-2. Curveball, right on that one, goes straight back, and that moves the count to 1-2.
Yeah, that was good bat speed, Tyler. Quick hands, getting through the baseball there. Wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just missed it.
Chett's now going to have to battle with the 1-2 count. Both Crew and Alex with some good leads at first and second base. Wasatch trying to chip into that 5-2 lead. Curveball, this one's going to be through the 3-4 hole. Crew's got a good jump. He's going to try to score from the throw from right field, not in time. Another RBI for Chett Wilson. He's now got 8 RBIs on the season, and he is now 5 for 6 in his 6 at-bats in the tournament.
Yeah, came in just below 500. He's well above 500 now after going 5 for 6 on the day. he's been awesome. You can see why Salt Lake Community College is so excited to get him over there for him.
He's going to bring a trip to the mound from the pitching coach from Snow Canyon. This trip to the mound brought to you by Tony's Tacos. Best tacos in town, but that's not all. Stop in for their burritos, chili rellenos, tortas, flautas, whatever you need. They're on Main Street. Been in business since 2001.
I know you. I know you'd like a Tony's Taco right now, wouldn't you, Tyler? It's about dinner time for you, and when it's windy and you're hungry, you turn into quite a grumpy person over here, so we need to find you some food quickly if we can. Ty, I want to take a minute. I've been digging into some stats between innings here, and sometimes baseball is a pretty easy game, and I might be oversimplifying here for Wasatch, but over the course of this season, if there's one stat that tells you whether Wasatch is going to win or lose, what would you point to? What comes to your mind is the number one stat?
Sorry, say that one more time.
If there's one stat that points to whether Wasatch is going to win or lose, what would you point to? It's walks, right? In their losses, Wasatch averages over 7 walks per game, and in wins, they're below 3 walks per game. And it's just that simple. Throw strikes on the mound, and this team's going to be competitive and have a chance to win. And you can see why. Their bats, they can go with anyone with the bats in the box there. It's on the mound. They've got to compete and not give free passes.
Zimmerman's going to take strike one. He singled right off of the pitcher's ankle in his first at bat. He's going to swing at this 0-1. Wind is going to push this one foul, and so we now have an 0-2 count with runners on first and second. Landon Carter on deck. He'll be hitting in the spot for Carter Bucad. Sophomore will see his first action this weekend. 0-2 the count, 1 away. Wind picking up and again blowing straight out to center field. The 0-2 curveball, that one's in there for strike 3. I think Cole knew it. Third strikeout of the game for Goats. And that's going to put 2 outs on the board and bring out the sophomore, Landon Carter.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Ty. Cole coming off knew that was just a pretty good pitch and fooled him. Didn't think that one was coming and snuck the curveball by him.
Landon Carter with some good power. Let's see if he can take advantage of the wind. That one, a curveball, too low. Good pitch there from Ghost. Tried to get him to chase. Landon Carter holds back.
Ty, you talk about the yes, yes, yes approach in the box where hitters get in and you're thinking every pitch, yes, I'm going to hit it, yes, I'm going to hit it, I'm swinging, I'm swinging, I'm swinging. And then you hold off until the last minute. If it's no good, then you pull back. Landon's got one of those approaches. He's a yes, yes, yes guy.
He does elevate this one to center field. Does the wind push it back far enough? It won't. A nice play at the warning track by the center fielder. Wasatch able to push 1 run across on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. Wasatch trails 5-3 as we go into the bottom of the third.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
5, 4, 3, 2. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the third inning here at Snow Canyon High School. Wasatch trailing Snow Canyon 5-3. Third inning action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, goodies, and more. Stop on by today at Mirror Lake Station in Camas.
As mentioned, 5-3 to score. Some defensive substitutions here. Chett Wilson will go to shortstop. Gage Sheesh will move from the catcher position to third base, and the sophomore Landon Carter into the game at catcher. How many pitches is Walker at, Ty, as we go into the bottom of the third?
45.
45.
It's a pretty high number, considering last week he was at about 78 moving into the final inning here. So way ahead of that pace, but this is a different caliber team that he's facing. Snow Canyon, BC, is the top dog here in the southern region for a reason. Not the very top, though. Crimson Cliffs is the team to beat down south this year. defending state champs. Snow Canyon's going to try to have something to say about that.
It'll be Kelly Goat Swensen to lead off the bottom of the third. Kelly, the third baseman, popped out at second baseman. Goat struck out, and then Swensen walked. Strike one.
Wasatch still looking for their first goose egg inning on the game. Gave up 2 in the first, 3 in the second.
Another strike in there as it was fouled off again. So 0-2 now the count. First action for Chett Wilson. Well, the first action we've seen in a different infield. Cole Zimmerman on the mound. We've seen some different first basemen. But on the left-hand side, it's been Bukad and Wilson every game so far this year. That one's low. Doesn't get him to chase. 1-2. Bridger Shaw getting some action out in the bullpen right now for the Wasps. Saw him against Hunter High School on the mound, only a sophomore. 1-2 the count. Walker spinning a little bit in the glove. Goes into the windup. The pitch. Goes with the fastball. High heat. Third strikeout of the game. Once again brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. One away here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, nice job from Walker, Tyler. He does have 3 walks on the game, but to go with those 3 walks, he's also got 3 strikeouts now. It's a pretty good ratio there for strikeouts for innings pitched. You did talk about how he was digging in his glove before that one. That's something I've noticed tipping, Tyler, and at least this has been the case so far this season. We've only seen him in now 9+ innings, but when he digs, he throws the fastball, and he's not digging to throw a curveball there, and a little bit of a tipping of pitches that he needs to be careful with at this point.
Well, I think he's trying to play mind games a little bit, right? Usually when you're digging, you're thinking off speed, and I think he's
I think
trying
you're
to
right,
do that
but I guess my point is it's not working. If you watch him more than one or two times there on the mound, you're going to know what's coming if he keeps digging and doing that.
1-1, hits the spot on the inside, moves count to 1-2.
First time through the lineup or second time through, it's effective, and you can see you just got a strikeout on it. But those things can come back to get you a little later on in the game.
1-2 the count. Goes into the windup, the pitch, and he puts it by him again. Another strikeout, this time from Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. 2 away on back-to-back strikeouts from Max Walker. This is what you got to like about Walker Ty on the mound. He's given up 5 runs, gave up a bomb in the last inning. He just keeps coming after it, keeps pounding the zone. The walks were a little uncharacteristic on the last game or in the last inning, but he seems to be coming after it and doesn't let a lot phase him. Gets another strike call here to number 27, Swensen, who walked to lead off the bottom of the second.
Well, he's back into a great rhythm right now, too, Tyler. When you get base runners, that can throw off your rhythm a little bit. But when Walker is working in his rhythm without base runners, he's about as good as it gets.
Card like that one, it's too far outside, moves the count to 1-1.
It's one of the things in the major leagues they're hoping for this year is a little more rhythm with that pitch clock that they're implementing. And both these pitchers for Wasatch and Snow Canyon today, really good rhythm. They're on the mound and they are moving quickly.
Another 1-2 count here. Walker looking for a strikeout of the side and our first goose egg inning. The pitch. Ooh, that one high cheese right at the chin of Swensen. Doesn't get him, and we'll reset with deuces 2-2.
Put him on his butt, though, Tyler. That one high and tight. You call that a brushback pitch. And you come back hard on the outside on the next one.
He does, and he makes a great play, knocks it down, has a hard trouble with it. He's going to have to throw it quick, and I don't think it's in time. Ooh, they do. They call him out at first base. So a 1-2-3 inning brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop, your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 5-3 as we go into the fourth.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental grill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, Great quality food and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the fourth brought to you by Country Garden and Nursery, the only one-stop shop for everything garden and yard related in the Heber Valley. And as you're dealing with the blizzard that came through this morning, Ty, not only can you find great plants and a great selection, but they also know their stuff. So it's going to be a little bit later planting season than we're used to this year. Stop in, ask them for some advice. They can definitely put you in the right direction to how and what to plant during this weird year.
Yeah, it can be tricky, especially if you're new to the valley. You'll think it's safe to plant in May, and then there's usually one more good cold freeze, and all your garden ends up dying, or other plants that you put out there. So you're right, go get some of that expertise and make sure you get your yard taken care of.
Gage Sheesh will lead it off. He's had himself a nice tournament. 3 hits already on the day. He doubled down the left field side to lead off the second inning. He now falls behind 1-2 here. The 1-2 pitch tries to go upstairs. Gage lays off of it, moves the count to 2-2.
Out of those 3 hits, his hit chart would be a thing of beauty if you looked at that spray chart. One down the right field line, one down the left field line, and one to the right center gap all the way to the wall.
He's going to swing at this one. Now he's going to go to the right field side. Right fielder had a good jump on it, though. Comes up, makes it look easy. 1 away here in the top of the fourth. I'm going to bring up the junior, Ashton Gurney, walked in his first at-bat. He's hitting .250 on the year, 1 extra base hit and 5 RBIs, playing second base for the Wasps. 1 away, he's going to take strike 1. On deck is another junior, Zach Burdett. Goats has settled down since that first inning when he gave up 2. Did give up 1 in the third, but now he's up 0-2 on Gurney. The 0-2 pitch, that one swung on and missed. That's going to be the 4th strikeout of the game for Goats. Ty, speaking of strikeouts, one that we saw strike out or get a lot of strikeouts was Jackson Bolander. Want to give an update of his season so far. 6 appearances out of the bullpen for Lane Community College. That's the most on the team. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 2.7 ERA, 6 Ks, 2-0 with 2 saves on the year for Jackson Bolander.
And those 6 appearances really impressive considering I believe they've only had 11 games on the season at this point. I think, in fact, 6 out of the first 10 he appeared in. He's been kind of their go-to arm when they need a win in relief in the bullpen. Been very, very good.
Teammate Jackson Kelson with 2 appearances himself, and he has a win as well on the year. 2 innings pitched, 2 Ks, and like I said, is 1-0. Couple of strikes in there for 1-2 now the count to Burdett. Wasatch trying to avoid a 1-2-3 inning themselves here. Burdett's going to have some work cut out for him. The 1-2 swung on and missed, so 2 Ks for Goats, and Wasatch goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's still 5-3 as we go into the bottom of the 4th.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process, and it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the 4th brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair for the gear you love. Gravity Coalition in Midway, Utah, or gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. A couple more Wasps on campus updates, Ty. The Stocking brothers down at Alabama A&M, both with appearances. Kelson Stocking with 2 ABs. Chandler Stocking hitting 200 with a .417 on-base percentage, 10 RBIs, a couple of doubles, a triple, 5 stolen bases for the 10-9 Alabama A&M.
He's just a baseball junkie down there, too, Tyler Chandler, that is. He's just been grinding it out his entire college career and just progressively getting better each year. And it's been fun to watch him kind of come along from a freshman, trying to work his way into the lineup. Now starting shortstop at a Division I program. Now we're going to have a pitching change. Walker is out. Bridger Shaw in to throw for the Wasps now in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a little bit of a surprising pitching change. Walker was humming, only gave up 2 hits on the game, had 4 strikeouts, and was only at 58 pitches. So not exactly sure why this change is being made, but it has been made, and we'll see if Bridger can hold the Snow Canyon team right where they're at.
Bridger, only a sophomore. This pitching change brought to you by Tony's Tacos. Best tacos in town. They're on Main Street. Stop on in. Been in business since 2001. First pitch is in there for ball. Number 9, Lyon, the second baseman, leads it off. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Number 9 hitter Loveland, and then top of the order up for the Warriors. 2-0 the count. That one low and outside. Trying to look in on the boys soccer team, Ty. They've got a game against Viewmont going on right now. No score reported. We'll send some text back home and see if we can get an update on how the boys are doing. Another curveball. That one's too low. 3-0 now the count.
Something to keep your eye on with the wind blowing as hard as it is right from beyond the plate going back at the pitcher. You may see some breaking pitches bite a little harder than normal.
Like that one's going to be too low as well.
I think that pitch Bridger thought was a pretty good release, but it came down pretty hard and hit the bottom part of the zone, and the umpire did not award that to Bridger.
Now hitting for the Warriors.
3-4 pitch walk. He's going to put the leadoff guy on for Snow Canyon, who already leads 5-3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, just joining us, looking at the scoreboard, it's a little perplexing. Wasatch has out-hit the Warriors 7-2. But they find themselves down 5-3 in this game as Snow Canyon took advantage of a walk, a couple errors, and put a 3-run home run on the board. And just like that, you got 3 runs on only 1 hit. And then they also got a few other runs from similar situations, some errors and some walks in the earlier inning.
Runner goes on the second pitch. That's a good throw from Carter. And Ashton Gurney puts the tag down. And we have one away here in the bottom of the 4th. That throw-out brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more. It's an 0-2 count as well as Bridger Shaw, after walking on 4 straight pitches, comes back with back-to-back strikes. See if Bridger can come finish the job here against the number 7 hitter. Inside.
Good look,
Carter
though.
liked it. Umpire didn't. 1-2 the count.
I think that one broke late, Tyler. I think it came in inside and then broke late towards Carter's glove, trying to make it look a little better to the umpire than it was. It's a good idea, though, to try to backdoor that curveball.
Nice reception there from Carter. He made that one look a lot better than I think it was. Tie 2-2 now the count. Shaw back into the windup, delivers the 2-2.
Ooh.
And not sure where that one was. We're kind of from the
Landon's
side.
Making those look pretty clean, though, isn't he? I mean, he's receiving that well, and it makes you think that should be a strike all the way.
So after an 0-2 count, 3 straight balls, moves the count to full. And that one's too low as well. So back-to-back walks. Wasatch able to get one out on the attempted stolen base throw out by Landon Carter. But now a runner back on base with 1 out, and we go to the top of the order, where Smith comes up to the plate and tied. Last time he was up, he had a 3-run home run over the Green Monster in left center field.
Yeah, and the wind's giving him even more assistance right now. Just gusting hard. Going straight out.
Crew Erickson is literally playing on the warning track in left. Tragan Shaw maybe 3-4 steps off the warning track in center. Another ball moves the count to 1-0.
Yeah, Coach Jackson trying to signal the Crew to bring him in. Crew's not able to hear anything and not looking towards the dugout. He's staying on that warning track.
Runner does not go. This one's going to be low again, but he does get Smith to go for it. He'll foul it off, moves the count to 1-1. More Wasp on campus updates. Ty Nick Greenhot at Vassar College in New York. .235 batting average, 2 RBIs, a couple of stolen bases, and Vassar is 9-5 on the year. Runner's going to get a big hop. This one's going to be a hit and run. It's roped to right center field. Burdett going back. He's not going to get to it. It goes off the wall. Runner's going to score from first base, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Smith. So Smith now with 4 RBIs, a 3-run home run, and a double there. And Snow Canyon pushes their lead out to 6-3.
Well, Smith's killing them. 4 runs driven in already on the game. Home run and a double.
Bring up the number 2 hitter, Seacrest.
He got on in the first inning, too, didn't he, Ty?
He reached on an error by the shortstop. Seacrest has had a good day as well. He doubled to right field, right down the line. His first at bat did ground out to the third baseman. It was a great play from Chett Wilson. Runner on second base. This one's going to be swung on and elevated to left center field. Tragan going back, can't get it off the wall. Runner's going to come in to score another double. So back-to-back doubles for the Warriors, and they now take a 7-3 lead.
Tragan gave a great effort on that ball, Tyler. Had it tracked down and went up about as high as he could on that wall, but it was about 3 feet still too high over his glove. And that tells you how tall that center field fence is. Tragan was able to jump up probably close to about 9 feet, 10 feet probably when you got the glove there extended, and that ball's still a couple feet above it and really wasn't close to going out. It had a few more feet. You had to go up to get it over the top of the fence. It's a big wall there in the center. Tragan did everything he could to bring that one in.
Trip to the mound brought to you by Mirror Lake Station. Best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. New owners David and Kristen Wade invite you to swing by and say hello this season at Mirror Lake Station. More Wausau campus updates, Ty. Noah Turley, playing at Oklahoma State University, has had 8 at-bats on the year. He's 1 for 8 in those 8 at-bats, but the one hit he does have was a solo home run for Oklahoma State, who's 17-5 on the year.
Yeah, Ty, he's probably, in our opinion, maybe the best hitter to come through Wasatch, maybe ever. He was excellent, and he'll be maybe the one you never know about because of just unusual circumstances. Tyler had an arm injury his freshman year, was there during COVID and didn't get to play that season. So people didn't really get a chance to see him, and he wasn't able to put up eye-popping numbers, but there's a reason he's playing in Big 12 country right now at Oklahoma State. He can really swing it.
Number 3 hitter Harrison had a sacrifice fly to right field and walked in his second at bat. He's going to take ball 1 inside, gets away from Carter, but the runner does not advance. Chett keeping the runner on. Gurney is being told to go into the hole in the 4-5. Pitch, too low, moves count to 2-0. Snow Canyon Warrior team, 7 runs on just 4 hits on the game. Wasatch with a couple of errors and walks in that third inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks on the game for Wasatch. This one's going to be elevated to center field. Tragan shot back to the wall. He's not going to get to it, and that thing left the park.
Man,
right now pop-ups are leaving this Snow Canyon
literally
field.
Pop-ups are going out, Tyler. That ball had no business getting out of here, but the wind pushed that thing a lot farther than it looked like it should.
2-run home run is going to push the lead even further out to 9-3. Bridger Shaw only 1 out, led off the inning with a couple of walks, and then double home run for the sophomore on the mound. It's going to bring up the center fielder Lindsey. He reached on an error in the first inning, struck out in his second at bat. Wasatch now with their work cut out for him after a 4-run fourth here for Snow Canyon, and they're still hitting with 1 away.
Amazingly, Wasatch is still out-hit Snow Canyon 7-5 in this one. Snow Canyon is just scoring runs on big flies. 5 runs off of home runs for Snow Canyon. That's just 2 swings.
Swung on and fouled off lazily towards the Wasatch dugout. 0-1 the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Wasatch trailing 9-3. They did win their opening game 4-3. This one's going to be elevated. And Ty, you were thought that your truck was safe where you parked it. I don't know if your truck is safe after that one.
That one might get it out there.
Another home run for Snow Canyon. Back-to-back home runs. That one a solo shot, well over that left field wall. That one was not a pop-up.
That one's out without the wind.
That one's not a pop-up.
Yeah, that one's going out without the wind there. Pretty deep fly ball there.
Double, both off the wall, and then a couple of dingers, and just like that, Wasatch finds themselves down 10-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Give me an opportunity to update you a little bit more on the Wausau campus. Kendall Purdy, Ty, at Salt Lake Community College as a freshman, hitting .500, 1 RBI, 5 stolen bases, Slick 16-7 on the year, so a good program down there, and Kendall Purdy getting a lot of time there as a freshman.
Yeah, and that's been a lot of fun, hasn't it been, to look through these Wasatch camps to see how many Wasatch athletes from the spring sports are playing at the next level. Baseball has, you say there's 7 playing in the next level? Ty?
7's playing the next level.
Softball has a couple. And soccer from a couple years ago put 7 from that one team alone at the next level. So spring sports have produced a lot of athletes at the next level.
2-1 the count after a ball, a foul ball, and a ball. It's the number 5 hitter, number 1, third baseman Kelly. Popped out at second baseman and struck out in his last at bat, hitting from the right-hand side. The 1-2, too low, moves the count to 3-1. Wasatch coaching staff not agreeing with that ball call. The score 10-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 3-1 gets a swing and a miss. That fills up the count at 3-2.
Yeah, that was an over-aggressive swing. That ball was out of the zone, Tyler. But you can see the mentality from Snow Canyon right now. They want a piece of Bridger Shaw right now. They want to get up there and swing it. Bridger does a good job to just keep coming back at him. But Snow Canyon aggressively coming back in his direction. That's going to be ball 4.
Ball 4, third walk of the inning. We'll bring up number 5, we have a pinch hitter. It's going to bring up number 2. He's going to hit for Kyson Goetz. Might be it for Goetz on the mound. Ledger Ship, only 3 at-bats coming into the tournament, was 0 for 3 in those 3 at-bats. Only a sophomore, hitting from the left-hand side. Shaw on the mound, working with 1 out and a runner on first. Shaw will come set. Couple of looks, delivers, swing and a miss to the lefty, moves the count 0-1. Paige Armendariz as well, Tyler, from that softball team, playing at Utah Valley University. .214 batting average for her, a double, 3 RBIs. UVU is 8-15 on the year.
I'm convinced, Tyler, had COVID not shut down her sophomore season, I think she ends up with the softball home run record for the state of Utah. Was well into double digits her freshman year. And the record, I believe, at that time was 38 home runs on a career. And she was on pace to break that record pretty easily. Lost a season, though, and never quite made it up to that number.
Tyler, down here in St. George, I just figured that everything was fine and dandy. The soccer game actually got canceled today. They were supposed to play against Viewmont. I said that game was going on live. That's not happening when you got the snow that Wasatch got back home. 1-2 the count. After the foul ball, Bridger, continuing, like you said, Ty, to pump the zone and give Wasatch opportunities. Delivers this one, and he does get the swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Bridger Shaw, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%. Going to bring up Swensen, walked and grounded out to the pitcher in his 2 at-bats so far today. With the way the wind's blowing, Ty, Wasatch isn't out of this thing. Their bats can come alive just like Snow Canyon's has. Swensen's going to swing the first pitch. It's going to be elevated foul into the bullpen on the Snow Canyon side.
You're absolutely right. You just hope that they have the belief in that momentum, Ty, because these guys can get up and put runs on the board in a hurry as well. You gotta get some stops here, though, on the mound. You can't keep giving up runs at the clip they are. They put a 2-spot, a 3-spot, and a 5-spot on the board in 3 out of the 4 different innings.
And this one's going to be elevated to center field as well. I don't think it's high enough to go off out of play. Goes off of the scoreboard, and that's going to be home run number 3, Tyler, on the day. This one a 2-run shot, 3rd home run on the inning, as that pushes the score all the way up to 12-3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, 4th home run on the day, 3rd of the inning. Now all of a sudden 12-3 on 7 hits. And Ty, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but every time Wasatch puts someone on either through error or walk, what does Snow Canyon do?
It scores them.
They score them, and they're usually scoring them by home run here today, where they've gotten at least 4 runs off of just walks from home runs as well, Ty. It's been an impressive feat here.
Another trip to the mound. Let's go ahead and take a break, Tyler. Wasatch trails 12-3, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Napa know-how.
5, 4, 3, 2. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
The Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound will leave Shaw in the ball game. He'll come back with a strike and then a ball. Moving the count 1-1 here to the second baseman, Lyon. Grounded out to the pitcher and walked in his two at-bats so far today. That one's too far low and outside. Moves the count to 2-1. Hello, that pitch is going to come right at the dugout of Wasatch. It's going to be foul. That moves the count to 2-2.
They've got the nets over the front of these dugouts down here, and that might have just saved a life. Tyler, that ball was coming in hot, right about head level.
Deuces, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. A 7-run inning for Snow Canyon thanks to 3 home runs and a couple of doubles. Doesn't get him to chase at 1 in the dirt, moves the count to full.
Bridger competing up here for Wasatch. He just keeps coming at him, Ty. Something you got to respect from the young sophomore. He's not been phased too much by the long balls.
Does walk him on that one, so that'll bring up the number 9 hitter. That's actually the second walk of the inning for Lyon. He led off the inning with a walk. It's now going to bring up the first baseman, Loveland. He's got 2 walks himself on the day in his 2 at-bats. Not something you want to see as a pitching coach, walking the number 9 hitter twice in the game so far.
Yeah, not competitive walks either, Tyler. Really didn't have to get up there and be challenged at all before he got the free bag.
Couple of looks, the pitch, swung on and missed. A big hack there from Loveland. Does have 1 extra base hit on the year.
Yeah, Ty, we're sitting on top of the third base dugout over here broadcasting that, and he was about staring at us when he swung at that thing, pulled his head way off of that pitch, and was hoping to put one over the left field wall.
0-1 the pitch. That one too far outside. Moves the count to 1-1.
Wasatch came into this game, Tyler, 3-3 on the season. Won 2-2 last week in St. George, lost to Jordan, and then won today against Woods Cross. That's how they got their record to this point.
Carter holds that one and does get the called strike. Moves the count to 1-2. Wasatch trying to get out of a rough inning. That's happened because of 4 walks and, again, 3 home runs. The 12-3.
Nice pitch.
And that'll stay. The score is a nice backwards K. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bridger Shaw, but the damage is done. 7 runs on 5 hits, no errors. 1 runner is left on base. It's 12-3 as we go into the 5th.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hurst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paint.
Hi, my name is Jeff Jones with the Wasatch County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Investigations Unit as a school resource officer and detective. Having a strong bond makes it easier to talk to your kids about the hard things like underage drinking and drug use. Here's some tips for creating strong family bonds. Having fun together, spend 15 minutes of one-on-one time each day, eat meals together 5 to 7 times a week. Brought to you by the Caring Community Coalition and Wasatch Behavioral Health.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp Football Stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Top of the 5th inning, Wasatch down 12-3 to Snow Canyon High School, and we've got a Tony's Tacos pitching change as Kelch is going to come into the game to throw for the Warriors of Snow Canyon. He comes in with a 10.5 ERA on just less than an inning pitched on the year, so seldomly used. See if Wasatch can jump on the young, inexperienced pitcher here for the Warriors. Tony's Talk is a proud supporter of Wasatch High School Athletics. A great idea if you're on the hunt for what's for dinner tonight. Stop on by, a personal favorite of mine, their carne asada burrito. But, of course, world-famous street tacos over there as well if you're a taco person. And let's face it, who's not a taco person? Tony's Taco has been open in Heber Valley since 2001. Proud supporters of Wasatch High School Athletics.
Crew Erickson will lead it off. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. Nice pitch there, off-speed pitch low. And one of my papers actually, it just went into the trash can. That was amazing, Ty. It just blew into the trash can.
The wind gust got me, Tyler. I got caught without my paper.
0-1, another off-speed, kind of a slider-looking pitch there. Crew thought about it, but holds back, moves the count to 1-1. Top of the order up for Wasatch, Crew, Tragan, and Gutierrez. The 1-1. Good fastball. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Crew Erickson now 3 for 3 today in the ball game. A triple and a couple of singles up the middle. And Crew is on base for the third time. Good to see Crew have a good day. He was down around 305 coming into the tournament. Struggled in the first game, only 1 for 4, but having himself a nice day. Triple and a couple of singles. He's going to bring up Tragan Shaw, ground out to the shortstop, flew out to the center fielder in his 2 at-bats. Tragan hitting from the left-hand side. Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Tragan, older brother of Bridger Shaw, who's on the mound right now. Came into the tournament hitting .375, was 1 for 4 in his opening day, but did have a triple and an RBI and a run scored in that one. 2 balls now to Tragan as he takes out one low. Good little pop on the fastball here from Kelch, who's on the mound now for the Warriors. Crew, okay lead over at first base. The 2-0 pitch, that one's inside for ball 3. I think Kelch thought he had that one for a strike. Moves down to 3-0. Wasatch still out hitting Snow Canyon in this ballgame, Ty. 8 hits for Wasatch. He does take the 3-0, moves the count to 3-1.
Well, Ty, Wasatch is capable of putting runs on the board in a hurry as well, especially if Snow Canyon is going to put some guys out here who aren't consistent on the mound. Wasatch can take advantage of that.
This one's going to be roped to left center field. They're not going to get to this one. Crew will round second and be a stand-up in at third base. Tragan Shaw with a stand-up double. Good barrel there from Tragan as he continues his extra base hits. That is now going to be extra base hit number 5 on the year for Tragan. And now Wasatch is in business. Runners on second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, Shaw's had a great day here. Triple, double on the day. Those are in separate games, Ty, but his bat's been good. Tragan's committed to play ball at Utah State Eastern next year. He's a senior for Wasatch.
He's going to bring up Alex Gutierrez. He swings and fouls off the first pitch. Yeah, to stay on our Wasp on campus update, Ty, let's go through this lineup. Crew Erickson, not going to play baseball, but is set to compete for a starting wide receiver job as a freshman at Southern Utah University.
And he could play baseball if he wanted to as well, Ty, but he's going to go the football route.
Ball outside, moves count to 1-1. Tragan Shaw, he's set to play at USU Eastern. Chett Wilson committed to Salt Lake Community College. Cole Zimmerman set to go up and join the Jacksons at Lane Community College.
Yeah, it's a loaded lineup, Ty, for Wasatch, and there's more guys on this team that are capable of playing at the next level. They just have not committed yet.
1-1, that one's in there for a strike. Moves down to 1-2. Wasatch is trying to chip away, down by 9. It was a 5-3 ball game until the bottom of the fourth, and Snow Canyon put 7 runs on the board behind 3 home runs. The 1-2 pitch, this one's going to be waved out to left field. I think it's deep enough. It's coming up pretty shallow. Crew's going to try to score from left field, though. Not a good arm out in left field, and Traegan is going to advance to third base because nobody's there, and it's going to get into the outfield. Traegan's going to score. Good heads-up play from the senior, and on the sacrifice fly to left field, 2 runs will come in, and Wasatch chips into the lead. Now the score 12-5.
Yeah, Ty, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but you're seeing here why seniors are so valuable to your team. Crew, Traegan come up, you're down 9. You just had a devastating inning with 3 home runs, 7 runs on the board, and what do they go? Hard single, double in the gap. Now a sac fly gets Crew in, and Traegan's not sleeping in any moment in this game. He watches and sees no one's covering third. I'll go ahead and take that one. Forces a bad throw, ends up getting another run off of it. And it's a good move because he's not scoring on that ball that Chett just hit there on the comebacker to the pitcher.
Yeah, that ball smoked right at the head of the pitcher, but the pitcher's able to come up with it, throws it over to first. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. It's not often you get Chett Wilson out. He was 5 for 6 going into that at bat. Now 5 for 7 on the day. Had a home run and a single in this one. Cole Zimmerman's going to swing at this first pitch, elevate this one foul. 1 strike for Zimmerman, the senior. He's got 1 hit and a strikeout in his 2 at-bats, singled up the middle in his first off of the leg of the pitcher. 0-1 fastball, waves at it, 0-2 now the count.
Yeah, a little non-committal on that one there from Cole. Got caught in between whether you wanted to go after that or not.
Curveball, fouls that one off, stays alive, 0-2.
Better on that one. He was tracing that one all the way in, Ty. Probably not a great pitch to go after, but he didn't want to take any chances and track that curveball and fouled it off, living to play another day.
0-2 gets a fastball. This one's elevated to center field. That one's going to be off the wall. No, it's not. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. A solo shot for Cole Zimmerman, and that makes the score 12-6 on the home run over the center field wall.
I'll tell you what, Ty, this feels like a video game out here today. That's now our 5th home run on the day. We have had, let me try to count them. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 off the center field wall on top of that. So you're literally feet away from having double-digit home runs in this game, and we're only in the top of the 5th inning. That one, an 0-2 pitch. There was a defensive swing from Cole that he just drove opposite field over the center field fence.
Nice swing there. Landon Carter's going to have his turn, and he's going to single through the 5-6 hole. So 4 hits in the top of the 5th. A good answer inning here for the Wasps. They came into the inning down by 9, have chipped away at it, now find themselves down by 6. And Carter, with another single there, has Wasatch still in business with 2 outs. He's going to bring up Gage Sheesh. He's had himself a nice day. He doubled in his first at-bat, flew out to right field in his second. Pickoff move. Ooh, that looked pretty close. Carter is going to be called safe.
Yeah, slow on the tag, Tyler. The ball beat him there, but the tag came in a little bit slow and got him underneath the armpit. Carter was able to get the hand back just in time.
Kelch delivers. That one's going to be fouled off. 0-1 the count. And Gurney and the catcher both throw it back to the pitcher. A little high-low action with the
nice little
pitcher.
dodgeball action there from the pitcher, showing his versatility. He's a multi-sport athlete out there, not just baseball. Put him on the dodgeball court as well.
1 runner on base. 0-1 the count. 2 away. Wasatch already with 3 runs in the inning. Another pickoff move. Not in time.
Yeah, that time the first baseman trying to swipe on the tag a little more quickly actually lost the ball. So the tag never made it over to Carter.
0-1 pitch. That one too low and outside. Moves the count to 1-1. Wasatch with 3 runs in the inning thanks to a single by Crew, a double by Traegan, sac fly by Gutierrez, and then a solo shot from Cole Zimmerman. Gage is going to elevate this one to right field, but it's shallow right field. Tough play, though. Second baseman is able to come up and makes the play as he falls over backwards. But Wasatch able to score 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They do leave 1 on base. It's 12-6 as we go into the 5th inning stretch. Brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Let Tom Stone and his team at Guild Mortgage find the perfect mortgage for your situation. It will be painless and easy. Ty, let's go ahead and throw it over to you.
All right, you ready? I'm taking a deep breath because we got a lot to get through here.
I'm going to get my Doritos out and just take a break here as you go through this.
I don't have time to go through this in depth as we may like, so let's just go this way. The first inning was good for Wasatch. Crew Erickson put the lead off at bat off the center field wall. He scored on the next pitch when Tragan Shaw drove him in on a ground out to shortstop. Chett Wilson contributed with a home run, Oppo field home run in the first inning before the wind really started picking up, Tyler. That was probably the most impressive home run on the day coming off Chett Wilson's bat. Wasatch up 2-0 at that point. The Warriors responded very quickly by getting 2 runs in the first on their own on only 1 hit. Some errors helped with that, and Snow Canyon tied things up. Into the second, Wasatch went scoreless before the Warriors put 3 on the board again, in part because of walks and errors. In fact, the 3 runs came on a 3-run home run. That was the only hit in the inning. Snow Canyon was up 5-2 at that point. Wasatch got 1 back in the third before holding Snow Canyon scoreless in the bottom of the third inning, and it was 5-3 after 3 innings. In the fourth, Wasatch was held scoreless, and then Snow Canyon broke the top off. Starter Max Walker came out, Bridger Shaw came on, and Snow Canyon abused Bridger, hitting 3 home runs in the inning off of Shaw, scoring 7 runs, and took a 12-3 lead over Wasatch. But Wasatch punches back, as you just heard. In the 6th inning, Erickson singled, Shaw doubled, Cole Zimmerman hit a home run. Alex Gutierrez knocked in a couple runs on a sac fly himself. And Wasatch got 3 back, making our score now 12-6 as we head to the bottom of the bottom of the 5th inning.
Doesn't get any easier, Ty. Lead top of the order up for the Warriors. Smith with a 3-run home run and a double off the right center field wall. He'll lead off the inning. Then we'll go to Seacrest, who's got 2 doubles on the day. And then we'll go to Harrison, who's hitting number 3, who's got a home run himself on the day as well. Smith, the catcher, will take ball 1, low and outside. Off-speed pitch there from Bridger, who'll stay in the game.
Shaw threw a lot of pitches in that last inning, Tyler, 41. And looks like he's lost quite a bit of velocity in this one. Those are breaking pitches, though, Ty. So not supposed to have velocity on those ones to start. But looks a little bit fatigued looking out there on the mound.
Well, in a game like this, Ty, oftentimes, and I think as you go through those home runs from last inning, one of them was a for sure shot, but the other 2, probably on a normal day and on a Wasatch field, those are pop-ups second to the center fielder. And so sometimes you throw a pitcher out there and you're just hoping to just put the ball in play and make plays behind them. Unfortunately, with the wind blowing out, those pop-ups ended up almost in the back bed of your truck over out in the left field.
Well, I assume I'm going to have 4 or 5 souvenirs in my truck bed out there, Tyler. But that's what you tell Bridger, Ty, because it's easy as a young player to hang your head. But he's doing exactly what you hope he'd do. He's throwing strikes. He's getting balls that can definitely be outs in regular games, especially when you get back on Wasatch's field where the wind blows in normally.
Does get a swing and a miss to the leadoff batter. The ball's in the dirt. Carter steps, throws it down to Cole Zimmerman. Wasatch has 1 away. Good strikeout there from Bridger Shaw, brought to you by Physical at the Pit Stop. Bridger with 3 strikeouts now out of the 4 outs that he's produced.
I feel like this is where you really find out about a player. You know, it's easy for everyone to be happy and positive and jumping around when things are going good. But Bridger's coming off of maybe I would have to venture he'll tell you one of his worst innings as a baseball player, giving up 7 runs in 1 inning. That's a tough inning for any baseball player, 3 home runs. And so how does he respond coming back out? Well, how about striking out one of the best hitters on the Snow Canyon team? So he's showing some resiliency for you coming back this inning.
Big swing and a foul ball there from Seacrest. He's got a couple of doubles and a ground out to the third baseman today, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 1 RBI. He's gone to the right field and to the left center field gap in both of his swings. Ball inside, 1-1 now the count. Shaw gets the pitch, goes into the windup, delivers the 1-1. That went high and inside, ball 2. Wind still blowing pretty strongly out to the center field side. Was going out to left field, now is shifted and is blowing straight out. Another pitch inside for ball 3.
Got to be careful here on this pitch, Tyler. This particular pitch, you don't want to just serve up a fastball to Seacrest. He'll go get it.
3-1 low and outside, and that'll be walk number 4 for Bridger. And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, who last at bat hit one over the center field wall for a 2-run home run. We're going to have a pitching change. Let's go ahead and take a break. On to the mound will be senior Tad Sulcer. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah. Everyone here at Bank of Utah believes that we are an extension of our community. Not only do we craft banking solutions to help families and businesses in our area, we boost the community by proudly supporting local organizations like Wasatch High School. Because when our communities thrive, we all thrive. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience community banking at its best. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard, where we offer large variety of soil, mulches, and decorative rock. Come see what we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Pausing the action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah, and Governor Cox will agree. Stop on into Mirror Lake Station over in Camas.
Yeah, that's a busy man. Governor Cox got a lot going on, but not busy enough to figure out what are the best donuts in the state of Utah. Someone put a poll out earlier this year, said, where are the best donuts in Utah? And he was one of the first to pipe up and say, Mirror Lake Station in Camas, that's the #1 spot. You need to go over and check that out. You and I would agree, Tyler. In fact, when you have a Mirror Lake Station donut, it's going to ruin most other donuts for you. Nothing will ever quite live up to a Mirror Lake Station donut.
12-6 the score, one away. Tad Sulcer now on the mound for the Wasps. He's going to start with the fastball. It's elevated to left field, carrying a little bit, but Crew's going to come underneath it and make the grab. But hey, pop fly is caught, Ty. That's the first time that's happened here in the ball game today. That must have been one that would have
been about third base today, you know, on a normal day without the wind. Just the way the ball's been carrying. Don't see anything being caught in the middle outfield at this point, but that's where Crew had to come up and rally and make that catch.
One pitch, one away. Tad Sulcer comes in and gets the first out. It's going to bring in number 13, the center fielder Lindsey. Reached on an error, struck out, and then homered over the left field wall. And his homer was not a pop-up, Ty. That's the one that I was a little worried about your truck out there in the left field parking lot.
I'm going to be pretty upset because you and I had a pretty extensive conversation about whether my truck was in a safe spot. It was about 150 feet beyond the left field wall, and you assured me nobody was going to put a ball out near it. I think
wrong.
We've had about 7 in that direction, it feels like.
Tad on the mound, second appearance of the season for Tad. Struggled to find the zone against Jordan High School in his first appearance, but gets the one pitch, one out on to the number 3 hitter. Off-speed pitch, too high, ball 1. Tad threw a third of an inning and only was able to, and had 4 walks and 1 hit. And the pitch is in there, but it was a called time by the hitter, so no pitch, 1 ball. No strikes, 2 away. Wasatch trying to put up a goose egg inning.
It's too bad. That was a great pitch. That was a good pitch. Either breaking ball, bottom of the zone. One of the better pitches I've seen Tad throw.
Fastball in the dirt. Good job by Carter. Loses it. Runner does not go. He'll stay. 2-0 the count.
Well, Ty, if you minimize here, get out of this inning. You've got 2 innings left to keep chipping away. Down 6 is definitely not out of the question to get back in this one if you're Wasatch. Got 3 last inning. Need to get 3 in the next 2.
Does go with that one. That ball landed about 3 feet in front of the plate, but he gets him to chase. Moves the count to 2-1. We do have a courtesy runner over at first base. Tristan Brown, Jr., will be running for the shortstop, who is actually warming up in the bullpen to maybe come in and pitch. That's Seacrest. 2-1. That one's a big swing and a miss. Goes down on the knee, but it's a swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count.
Yeah, these are a little bit undisciplined at-bats here from Snow Canyon over the last, 5 or 6 batters, Tyler. Trying to turn this a little bit more into BP, and you've seen some bad mechanics.
2-2 on the bounce is probably a strike. It's going to fill up the count as the ball gets away from Carter. He tried to barehand that thing over his shoulder. Runner will advance to second base. So full count, 2 outs, duck on the pond for the cleanup hitter, Lindsey.
Yeah, you're right. Landon did everything he could, sliding over on the turf on that one, Tyler. But that ball just hit so far in front of the plate that it bounced up above his head, and he was trying to barehand it on his way by.
Umpire comes out, calls time, and I think they're going to switch it up, giving Landon Carter, a time to kind of recoup. That we heard it. We heard it go off the skin, and it's not warm. I mean, it's nice weather, but it's not warm down here. It's a north wind. Still too-coat weather, Ty, for me and you.
It's a two-coat night. That's what I was going to say. It's a two-coat night, but the sun is out, Ty. And based on what we hear is going on back in Heber this morning,
we're grateful.
Yeah, we'll take the sun shining.
Payoff pitch, and Ty, that one's not coming back either. That's going to go off the scoreboard, hits about halfway up the scoreboard. Second home run of the game for Lindsey. This one a 2-run home run, and that pushes the score back out to 14-6 in favor of the Warriors. Tough break there for the Wasps.
It just feels like a softball game today is what it's like. That's the second one off the scoreboard. We've had a couple go over the center field wall. We've had a couple go over the left field wall. And these balls are just jumping. Ty, we had balls in the first game that I felt like were hit better. That Woods cross hit in the 8th inning by the freshman that Shaw went up into the fence to make. I felt like it was a much better contact. Tragan Shaw had a triple down the line that I thought he got pretty good. But the wind has just been the star of the game here, taking any ball that's been elevated and pushing it over the fence. 6th home run on the game. Now for, is it 6 or 5? 5 on the game?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7 total as Wasatch has 2 home runs as well.
Strike one, ball one here to Kelly, the third baseman. One of the few Warriors without a hit today. Popped out at second baseman, struck out, and then walked, and ended up scoring on his last at-bat. Nice pitch there on the inside part of the plate. Strike 2.
Maybe another hidden part to this game, though, Tyler, is that first run that scored on that home run. How'd they get on base? By way of walk again. And Snow Canyon's just done that over and over and over again. A walk, home run. An error, home run. A walk, a home run. And they've only got 8 hits, but they've got 14 runs on the board because that's been a common theme. Out of their 5 home runs, there has always been someone on base, and it's either by walk or by error.
The 1-2's close enough that Carter thought he had it. It's going to move the count to 2-2 with 2 outs. Tad kicks, delivers. That one's too low. Ball 3. Tyler, Snow Canyon has 8 hits, and 5 of them have been out of the park. 5 of their 8 hits have been home runs.
Well, and let's see if we can think our way through this. They've got at least a double to right
Double to
center.
right.
Do they have any singles in this game? Is I guess the
Ball
question
4.
we're trying to ask here, Ty. I've got a way to look that up, as I've got the stats over here. Take a look at the batting numbers here.
Had a
for
double.
Snow Canyon.
No, 3 doubles and 5 home runs is what Snow Canyon has in the ballgame.
They don't have a single on the
Not
game.
a single
They've
in the
got
ballgame.
14 runs and no singles.
No singles.
That's amazing. That is an incredible statistic.
It's going to bring up number 22 this time. His first at bat on the day is the pitcher right now. I think that's Kelsch.
Yeah, Kelsch.
This is his
I'd
first
let
at
you know,
bat.
Ty, but my paper, as we
that's right.
talked about,
It's
blew
gone.
away. So I'm working off memory now. Kelsch, Trey Kelsch is the name here.
Winning run actually at the plate, Ty. With him scoring, that would put it at the 10-run rule here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 strike, 1 ball to Kelsch. Unless he hit yesterday or in the game today, this is his first at bat of the season. Steps in the plate on the right-hand side. Tad takes a look, second look, delivers the 1-1, gets him to swing at the ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looks a little green up there, Tyler. So you see not a lot of bat experience. That's how I describe was a predetermined swing. That pitch really wasn't close, and he was going no matter what on that one anyway. He was looking for a pitch and going after it. So if I'm Tad, you can be tempted to try to see if he'll extend the zone again here on this one.
1-2 pitch, 2 outs. Runner's going to go, and he's going to be a stand-up stolen base there for Kelly as the ball was too low, and Carter wasn't able to come up with it. 2-2 the count with the runner on second.
That's a tough pitch to throw on Tyler. Landing in a secondary position, and the ball was down and away, pulling him away from where his feet were getting the momentum to throw the runner out.
2-2, double look, delivers too far inside, fills up the count once again. Full count with 2 outs. Winning run at the plate for Snow Canyon. Wasatch trails 14-6 here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 more runners across. Snow Canyon with the 10-run victory. That one's too low again, so back-to-back full count walks is going to bring up Swensen, and Swensen hit a 2-run home run in his last at-bat. Swensen playing right field today for Snow Canyon, hitting over 500 on the year. Walked, ground out to the pitcher, and then the 2-run bomb in his last at-bat. With that 2-run bomb, now has over 10 RBIs on the season for the Warriors.
You already talked about it, Tyler, but a threatening moment here for Wasatch is now the winning run, standing there on first base. And Snow Canyon's going to speed that up as well by bringing in a pinch runner. So a ball in the gap.
Nice curveball in there for strike one.
Could potentially end this one, although Wasatch playing their outfield so deep that it is going to be hard for a guy to score from first to home on a gap ball.
Tad sets, takes 1 look, now 2, now 3 looks, now delivers. Nice pitch. That one's going to get through the 5-6 hole, though. 1 run will come in and score. Other runner, has a chance to get to third. Now he's going to try to get to third. His crew bobbles the ball in the outfield, and so both runners will advance to second, third. It'll be a single, RBI single, and then runners will advance on the air by Crew Erickson.
What'd you just say, a single? We have not had one of those yet for Snow Canyon. The first single on the day. Tyler, a 5-6 hole single out of the 9 hits. 5 home runs, 3 doubles, now 1 single. Winning run standing on third.
It'll bring out the second baseman, Lyon. Back-to-back walks and then grounded out of the pitcher in his first at-bat. Winning run is on third base for the Warriors. Tad delivers. This one swung on. Looks like Wasatch can get out of the inning. It's elevated to Ashton Gurney at second base. He'll make the play, and we'll continue to play. The score 15-6. 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors, and 2 are left on base as it's 15-6 as we go into the top of the 6th inning.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental grill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the 6th inning here at Snow Canyon High School. Wasatch is down big, 15-6 the score right now as the Wasps come up to the plate. 6th inning brought to you by Gucci Goo Barbecue. If you are a barbecue fan, there is no better place in Heber Valley. Gucci Goo has just moved to Heber City Main Street in the old Hideout Steakhouse building. And if you've not gone in there, you need to go check it out. Fantastic food, Tyler. One of the most popular is the Gucci Sundae, where they have this good old-fashioned smoked mac and cheese that they'll throw your choice of meat, chicken, pork, brisket, whatever it might be. Gucci Goo, a proud supporter of Wasatch High School athletics.
Ashton Gurney, and then Garrett Christensen will get in at bat, and then back to the top of the order for the Wasps, who have 11 hits on the day. Tough break in that one, Ty. It was sitting at 12-6 to score. 2 outs there in the bottom of the 5th, and then Snow Canyon able to produce 3 runs with 2 outs. and puts the score back up to 9 runs. 15-6 the score on the Dorries Dental scoreboard. 1-2 the count to Gurney as he takes the off-speed pitch for strike 2. Kelsch in there. Umpire thinks about calling that one, but too far outside. Moves count to 2-2.
Yeah, might have been a little close there. He debated it, held off. Going to give Gurney another chance at this one.
2-2 the count. The pitch goes kind of a sidearm fastball, a little bit below the knees, but it's called strike 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, gave a different look with that sidearm fastball. A little submarine action there.
It's going to bring up Garrett Christensen. He's going to get his second at-bat of the day. Struck out in his lone at-bat of the first game against Woods Cross. He'll step into the box hitting for Burdette. Junior, he's going to take a big hack at the first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Goes with off speed, low and away, moves count to 1-1.
Garrett's got the pop to touch them all here, Tyler. Put 3 off the wall at Desert Hills between the JV and varsity game.
Having a hard time catching up to the fastball, though. Another swing and a miss, moves the count to 1-2.
Yeah, really behind on that one. He needs to start his action a little bit earlier.
And the 1-2, and does get a piece of that one, so that'll move or keeps the count at 1-2.
Yeah, much better at starting his motion and being on time. If you're snow canning with a 9-run lead, you probably just challenge again with a fastball here, Tyler. But in a closer game, this would be a good spot to then come with a breaking pitch. Having changed his timing mechanism with his swing, can probably get him off balance with a breaking ball.
Does go with the breaking ball, and he fools him. Moves that's strikeout number 7 on the day for Snow Canyon. So 2 away here in the top of the 6th, and it'll bring us to the top of the order. Crew Erickson's perfect on the day, 3 for 3, couple of singles and a triple.
Yeah, let's see if he can't get to 4 for 4. That's a heck of a game. You don't see that too often on the baseball diamond.
Gonna kind of swings at the first pitch. They are actually going to say he swung, so that's going to move the count to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Nice off-speed pitch, and Kelsch looks like he's rolling right now on the mound. Already 2 Ks in the inning, and he's up 0-2 on Erickson. Into the windup. The pitch goes that sidearm action, but that's too far outside. 1-2.
Yeah, he's learned how to use this wind that's blowing straight in his face with that curveball, and he's done a good job to locate that there this inning.
1-2, tries to go low and away again. Crew thinks about it, but holds back, and now we have a 2-2 count with 2 outs.
So he's shown him 3 curveballs, 1 sidearm fastball so far in this at-bat. 2 outs, see how he wants to approach.
And he's going to take one, and he's going to swing. It's elevated to center field, and it's home run again. Crew Erickson, 4 for 4. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. 3rd home run of the day for the Wasps. Another solo shot, this one over the center field wall. 15-7 now the score.
Well, heck, Ty, I'd like to get him one more at bat, and let's see if we can't get a double to get the cycle on the board for Crew. A triple to start off the game, a couple singles, and now a home run. He's 4 for 4 on the game. Unbelievable. The umpire just threw Crew out of the game for flipping his bat on that home run.
Todd Lawton, the first base coach, taking exception to it. And Crew is going to be kicked out of the game. What's interesting about that, I'm not sure what the rules are, but he might have to sit out the next one, Ty, because of the ejection. Coach Jacobson's going to come talk to him as well. Pause in the action brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more. Reagan Shaw will come up to the plate.
You know, Todd, I think both you and I are sitting and processing that one. I think, to be fair, both you and I would say don't bat flip is probably where you'd start that conversation. But at the same time, umpires kicking kids out of the game over that kind of thing, probably a little extreme in that scenario, Ty. It's excessive. The team's down by 9 runs, and they're trying to have a little bit of fun while they're out here, and take a kid out of the game over something as silly as that just seems a little bit, a little absurd.
2-0, Tragan's going to swing on one. He's going to go back. Warning track power, though, as the ball is caught just in front of the fence. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. Wasatch scores 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, nobody left on base. It's 15-7 as we go into the bottom half of the 6th.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the sixth, brought to you by Physical Fit Stop, locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injury, serving the Heber Valley for over 40 years. 15-7 the score. It's been a home run derby. 5 home runs for Snow Canyon in the ball game, and 3 home runs for Wasatch. Crew Erickson, Chett Wilson, and Cole Zimmerman all going deep in the game for the Wasps.
Yeah, 8 home runs in the game. And 6 over the center field wall. 3 at the scoreboard alone, Tyler. Reminds me a lot of the Sandlot, for listeners that have watched the Sandlot, when they're playing their backyard game against the guys that are in the fancy uniforms on the bike, and Benny the Jet hits one off the scoreboard. We've had that all day long out here as balls have been hitting off the scoreboard and dropping onto the field. 9 hitters been on base twice by walk, Tyler. 0 for 1 on the day.
Tad still on the mound for the Wasps. He starts with a called strike 1. 2 runs away from ending this game are the Warriors. They've scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Did put up a goose egg in the third inning. 7 runs in the fourth, 3 runs in the fifth. Another fastball in there for strike 2. Good velocity on the fastball today for Tad Solser. Moves the count to 0-2.
Yeah, he looks crisp. It's the best we've seen him so far this season. Tyler's been around the zone. Breaking pitch also has looked pretty good for Tad.
0-2 the count. It's going to swing at this one, and it's going to be shallow right field. Gurney goes back, makes the play. 1 away here in the bottom of the sixth. Brings it back up to the top of the order. Smith reached on an error, 3-run home run, double, and then struck out in his last at bat. Playing catcher today. Thing about the Snow Canyon lineup, Ty, don't appear to be as physical as they've hit it today. Not a lot of size on the Snow Canyon team, but good pop, good barrels, and they have benefited from the wind that's been blowing out to center field. In fact, I'd like to see this game without the wind and see it's probably around a 7-7 ball game, 8-7. I think Snow Canyon still probably has the lead, but there's at least been 2 or 3 of those home runs that don't get out without the wind.
Well, I think you're right, Ty. Not just the home runs, but like to see this game without the walks from Wasatch. I think Wasatch, talent-wise, has been really right there stride for stride and maybe even outplayed Snow Canyon. But Snow Canyon has taken advantage of the freebies in a very big way. A couple errors from Wasatch. And on the mound they have had, should have had this pulled up before here, Tyler. They've had 10 walks on the day for Wasatch, and Snow Canyon has really capitalized on that.
10 walks and 2 errors, 12 freebies, and 15 runs on the board for the Warriors. Ground ball to Ashton Gurney. He'll field it, throw it over to first base. We've got 2 away here in the bottom of the sixth. Wasatch trying to fight for 7 at-bats here. Goose egg inning would give Wasatch one more opportunity to try to put an 8 spot on the board to extend the ball game. Tad's looked better from his first outing last week against Jordan High School. Falls down 1-0, now misses badly on the off-speed, moves count to 2-0. Number 24 up, Seacrest, walked in his last at-bat. He's got a couple of doubles on the day. Playing shortstop for the Warriors. The 2-0, it's going to be a ground ball to Gage at third. Gage scoops it, throws it across the diamond in time, Garrett Christensen playing over at first base. Missed that defensive substitution. But Wasatch gets a 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go into the top of the 7th. Wasatch with 3 outs, try to generate 8 to extend the ball game. 15-7 the score.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no-pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Seventh inning action brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Another Tony's Tacos pitching change. Number 24, Seacrest, I believe, on the mound for... Yeah, he was playing shortstop. He's now on the mound for the Snow Canyon Warriors. On the year, let's see. Hey, first pitching appearance for Seacrest on the mound for the Warriors.
Ty, Coach Jacobson is getting his money's worth, chatting up the umpire. He's gone to my move that you like to give me a hard time on. He's been sent to the dugout, not kicked out, but grounded to the dugout, so he's not going to be able to coach third. Coach J.W. is going to go take that on here this inning, and Coach Jacobson will have to call the game from the dugout for this final inning. He went over and found that umpire who was hiding over in front of the Snow Canyon dugout on the first baseline, and he wanted to have a little bit more of that conversation about Crew getting tossed out of the ball game.
Well, the story that we're hearing, and we didn't see it, and we'll have to maybe look it up at YouTube, was there wasn't a bat flip. He just kind of carried the bat down the line and then dropped it. And umpire took exception to that. 15-7 the score as we go into the top of the 7th. It'll be Alex Gutierrez, Chett Wilson, and then Cole Zimmerman, 3-4-5 up for the Wasps. Gutierrez 1 for 2. He's going to elevate this one to shallow left field. That'll be another base knock for Alex Gutierrez. Second hit of the game for Berdugi. And Wasatch has the leadoff guy on. Second Texas League single over to the shortstop's head for Gutierrez in the ballgame. That'll bring up Chett Wilson. Chett 2 for 3 today with a home run and an RBI single through the 4-5 hole. Wind has died down slightly, not blowing nearly as hard out to center field. Alex with a decent lead over at first. Chett will take strike one on the inside part of the plate.
Ty, Chett's had a great tournament. Had 3 hits in the first game today, now 2 for 3 in this one, a home run. See if we can keep that bat hot here and get this inning going here early.
0-1, that one in there for strike 2. So 0-2 the count. Chett has work cut out for him now with 2 strikes. Nobody away here in the top of the 7th. Wasatch needs 8 to extend this ball game. Currently trailing 15-7, but they've played well, Ty. 13 hits on the day, 7 runs. They've only not scored in 2 of the innings. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's swung on. It's a lazy ground ball to the 3-4 hole. They do get the leadoff runner, but Chett will beat out the throw to first base. So fielder's choice ground out there for Chett. He'll go 2 for 4 on the day with a couple of RBIs and the home run. Brings up Cole Zimmerman. Zimmerman as well 2 for 3 on the day. Had a backwards K, but singled up the middle in his first at bat and homered over the center field wall in his last at bat. Zimmerman in the box on the left-hand side. Chett a good lead over at first base. High leg kick, delivers, foul ball behind us. 0-1 the count. That'll go off the school, actually. And we'll reset. 0-1 the count with 1 away. Seacrest will set on the mound. Pauses. Now delivers the 0-1. That one's in the dirt. It'll get away from the catcher, and Chett will advance to second base.
Yeah, tough ball for the catcher to get on top of there. That pulled his glove. So that's the backhand side, reaching back across in the left-handed batter's box. And wide, down by the ankles of Zimmerman. Couldn't handle it, got by him to the backstop.
Pass ball brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Chett on the pond at second base. Cole, the 1-1. Pitch. Gets away from the catcher again. Looked pretty good, but it's going to be ball 2.
Seacrest on the mound, just initial look here, Tyler. They're trying to take an athletic shortstop and utilize that arm as the closer. He's a little bit raw as a pitcher, it looks like here, as far as his mechanics. But he's got a live arm, that's for sure.
Swings at this one, a little bit low in the zone, and he'll elevate that down the left field line, but foul. Ties up the count at 2-2.
Well, it's been a strange one, Ty, with the win. 7 runs for Wasatch on 13 hits today. Snow Canyon, 15 runs on 9 hits. Scoreboard looks like it's got the runs reversed a little bit when you look at the hits only. But the Warriors have taken advantage of 10 Wasatch Wasps, Wasatch walks, and then an additional couple errors in the field. 4, actually, from Wasatch in the field during this game.
Full count pitch coming here to Cole. The pitch, that one's low, but it's swung on. It's elevated to left field. Tough play for the left fielder. He'll come underneath it and make the play. That ball was in the sun. Good job from the left fielder. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Wasatch down to their final out, and it will be Landon Carter, who singled through the 5-6 hole, flew out to center field in his first at bat. 1 for 2 on the day for the sophomore.
That Carter didn't get the start in this one, but he came in early in the ball game. After Carter Bacata had a tough start to the game, Coach Jacobson made a move defensively and put Wilson over at shortstop. Carter came in at catcher, and that moved Sheesh to third base. Landon's done a good job in relief at the catcher position.
Inside, Landon leans into it, doesn't get him, just ball 1. Carter on the season coming into the tournament, hitting .308 with 3 doubles, 4 RBIs. Has another RBI opportunity here, and he's going to hit it off the pitcher. Pitcher's going to scramble and still make the play. Great play from Seacrest. That ball was smoked, but that'll do it. No runs on 1 hit in the inning. Wasatch loses 15-7. We'll have the Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show right after this.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City. Stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Napa know-how.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paints.
5, 4, 3, 2. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Timberline Ace Hardware right here in Heber Valley. Visit us for all your hardware needs. Come in to get your car hardware, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans at 737 South Main Street behind Panda Express, serving the Heber Valley